Fallen Hero Retribution is the sequel to the Fallen Hero Rebirth, and it's incredible. If you don't want spoilers, I suggest you buy the game and play it. If you enjoyed the first game, it's more of what you love and then some. The game is 1.4 million words long, and it took me about, I'd say about 4 hours to complete my first playthrough. They increased the amount of customization from the first game, with you now being able to have piercings, and you get to choose your style of dress. Of course, as a supervillain, you also have multiple choices for a lair. You can have it high up in a luxury business suite, a subterranean base underground, an abandoned factory, or you could choose to have your base be a business front that generates money. I thought the story built upon the first game perfectly. Almost every choice you made in the first game matters. The game picks up 1 month after your new villainous persona has made his or her debut. Your motivations for your sidestep now matter. You have 4 different branches of the story in which way your new villain wants to take on the world. You can be an anarchist fighting against the system. You can be a hero hunter who only fights heroes. There's being a mob boss and getting involved in organized crime. And then there's a thief branch. You're going to be doing the same events, same missions, no matter what path you go down, but there are variations on what happens in each event depending on what your motivation is. Like the first crime that you commit happens when you attack a vehicle on a bridge, but depending on your path that you choose, the vehicle could be a limo with a high value target, or it could be a van with some loot of some kind. So, while the events aren't super different for each playthrough, the author has made it a point to differentiate each path, which I appreciate. But the story isn't just as engaging no matter which path you pick. The main story, it's so great with all the twists in it. I'm now going to be going into spoilers, so please be warned, I recommend you play this game for yourself. So, oh my gosh, if you read this, I cannot believe that your character is a regen, an android that's made to look and act like a human. I mean, that's just a great twist, and I don't know, that's just such a satisfying answer as to why Sidestep couldn't be a hero back in the day. It makes sense why your character was scared of a government background check, and I mean, I'm sure smarter people than me kind of saw that coming, but I don't know, that just took me by surprise, and I love that. I love the mission of you getting up to rob the casino. I think it's fun, and I love how depending on your motive and what relationships you want to cultivate, it can all go down differently. I think getting to train Harold is a fun and unique way for your character to have a connection with him. And the fact that as a kid, Harold looked up to Sidestep, that just really got me invested and helped answer some questions about why in the first game Harold cared so much about you when he found out that you were Sidestep. The betrayal and lies your character has been doing can really catch up to you in this game, and it's so interesting that depending on who you lied to and what about, this game plays out differently. Each sidestep has a unique set of lies and deception, kind of just closing in around them the whole story. And I love how each of my different playthroughs that I did, it was all different based on the choices I made in the first game. The story is it's perfect, and my only complaint is that we're going to have to wait another 2 to 4 years for the next book to come out. But the personal relationships you have in this game, they're just incredible. Every character feels like a real person with multiple layers to them. And it's just so much fun after playing the first game so many times to be able to have in-depth conversations with every member of the Rangers. Your backstory gets more fleshed out, and the choices you made acting around each member in the first game matter. While most members of the Rangers are now romanceable, even being friends with these characters is just as satisfying and great and fun to read. Every character feels so real, and it's a pleasure to get to talk to and learn more about them. The romances are very good. I thought the Ortega romance was built on greatly. Not a single romance option seemed tacked on or like an afterthought. Lady Argent, Harold, I was kind of surprised the reporter wasn't romanceable, but I understand that would have been a lot more work, and there's already so many good romance options. The game made me fall in love with the world so much more, and just in love with the characters. This game's writing is superb, and just how she describes your character's panic attack and dealing with the heartbreak incident just makes it feel so real and compelling, I don't know, just the way that this author writes is incredible. This game might be my favorite piece of interactive fiction. I'm not sure if it beats Guns of Infinity for me. And then Lords of Infinity is coming out next month, which I'm super excited for. I mean, it's a good time to be a, interactive fiction fan. I love this game, and I recommend you buy it to help support the author. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.